So this is a photo zone, basically, and this is very smart part of the installation because you want Koreans to come to a place, particularly young Koreans, to see lots of young couple in there. If you want young Koreans, young couples to come, you'll put a cute place for them to take pictures. It's all about the aesthetics. So you see them reaching into the box. So you put on costumes, take photos. It's a very aesthetic place. I haven't been able to talk at all because I've had my mask on most of the time. And if you're taking your mask on and off, honestly, it's not effective. You may as well leave it off. My lipstick may be messed up. You can see where it's all gone. So sorry about that. But yeah, very long story. But I'm on my way out of South Korea. Let's keep it short. I don't want to get annoyed talking about it. But I'm on my way out of Korea for a quick trip. And so I'm roaming through Insadong in Seoul before I head to the airport. So I have a few hours, but my goal is I'm looking for a very specific place. I used to come to it all the time when I studied abroad. It's kind of like a series of streets, and on those streets, like I'd always buy tteokbokki, which is similar to tteokbokki, but fried on a stick, a little more on the sweet side than spicy side. And so I'd always come to that street and I'd buy tteokbokki, and I would buy shige sometimes, but usually I'd buy tteokbokki and hotdog. So my goal is to locate that street so I can do that again, because that was always a lovely thing. I used to love walking through Insadong, going to get some tteokbokki, going to get some hotdog. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can find where that is. Insadong is actually a more traditional area in Seoul. Generally these days it's usually occupied by older people, but as you can see, they're putting a lot of effort into attracting like younger folks and also tourists as well. Last time I was in Insadong, which was almost 3 years ago, it was tourist friendly, but I feel like it's these days even more tourist friendly. So trying to attract more foreigners, get them to buy things. Starting to look a little bit more like Myeongdong, actually, which is the big tourist area in Seoul. I used to always say, like, as a foreigner, you kind of get away with things sometimes. One of those things is if someone's trying to sell you something, like they're walking on the side of the street and they're like handing out flyers and things. In a lot of places, if they see you're a foreigner, they're gonna actually avoid you. They're not gonna try to like solicitate you. But in a place like Myeongdong, actually, most of the people speak English. So whereas like in Ide, like the workers are gonna outside handing out things, are gonna kind of like avoid you and like go to the next Korean person. In Myeongdong, they switch languages. Like I heard one girl, she like switched to English when she saw me. Then like the people come behind me, she switched to Chinese to speak to them. So I'm actually starting to get that sense a little bit more here in Insadong. Like I went to an older couple and bought something from them, and they were speaking in English to me. So yeah, it seems like it's definitely gearing more towards attracting more like foreign tourists to come and spend their money here, which is good for the local people. This installment that I'm in, Anyoung Insadong, is apparently newer. It apparently came in November, so it's a newer area. The previous one that I went to, I don't know, I forget what it is, Ssamjigil. I don't know how old that is, but that was my first time going there as well. So it's kind of exciting to like come back to Insadong and like see how much has changed and like get to enjoy more things here. But I'm still counting on finding my tteokbokki and my hotdog. If I find that, then my day will really be made. I'm so excited because I found it. So this is like the first road, and it's kind of a long walk actually, but it ends up leading to like a series of like 3 or 4 different roads, and on them you can buy different things, food, crafts, just like the other street that I was on. Can't believe I actually found it. See that huge mountain in the background? Now the greater question is whether or not the establishments I'm looking for still exist. So one sold tteokbokki, fried tteokbokki, and one sold hotdog. So fingers crossed. I'm so happy I found it. So this is tokochi. Tokochi is kind of made with the same rice cakes that tteokbokki is made with, but tokochi is fried. And the sauce, whereas tteokbokki sauce leans more towards the spicy side, tokochi sauce tokochi sauce leans more towards the sweet side. So I love this, arguably more than tteokbokki. So I'm so excited that I found it. They're still here. And I think next door I see the hotok place that I loved coming to as well. So I'm really happy. I get to go back to the airport happy and hopefully with a full stomach.